Hello guys, this is DC Trader here for another stock update, and it is November 6, 2020, and I feel that this week is a great week. We have been blessed by our market to the upside here, and let's give our market a little bit of a, and even including in our I would say guys, even our the futures market in the US is also overall pretty good market. And we know that since yesterday we were talking about this resistance become support, the 34.33, and of course yesterday the market went up, back down to support. It used to be resistance, now support, and it drove all the way up. And now today the market is still on an inside area here. Now I think the reason for that being, it could be that I think the US election is not yet finished, and it is a very tight range between Trump and Joe Biden. So I'm not so sure who's gonna win, but I hope that one of them will bring the market to the upside to an all-time high, guys, and that is a nice feeling, guys, to have an all-time high again for our markets. Now let us go back to our, so if this market right now, let's go back to our Philippine markets. Now in our Philippine markets, guys, we are doing great, guys. Imagine, guys, we had Friday, Monday, actually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, guys. That is a good days, guys. I think we are doing some good work here, guys. Now let's take a look at the 5 minutes. One of my favorite charts here is the 5 minutes. Now of course, guys, let us back it up a bit. Basically right now, remember our strong run for 5-6 days, and now we had a strong pullback for 4 days, and Friday we started again to move up, guys. Now we could also do it this way here, and then move it a little bit here, so we could still have, so basing on these two moves, we had a 50% pullback now since Friday, and now we are trying to do another move to the upside. Now today, yesterday it went straight up, and today it pulled back to a location called 65.77, around 65.80, around that area. Why is that? It's because of this particular area, guys, in the market. So I'll explain to you why. It's because of this area here, which happened on June. Then what happened is when the market break out, it could have left some sellers actually unaware, or weren't able to exit, and now they're trying to come back to pick up those sellers. It could be trying to exit, trying to become buyers, and that's where I feel wherein this happened. The market brought it down exactly to their entry area, and they liquidated. Now does this mean it's gonna be all bulls on Monday? And sure, we have to double check on the price action, because today it just stops at the high of the previous day. Now my feeling is that it could be sellers could start again to push the market down. We don't know that. The only way we'll know that is it will break out and try to stay above 6.713 and above, and maintain there. And that means that we know that there's more buyers than sellers, and that is for this market. So we hope that this market has a continuation to the upside, guys. And the next market that we're going to be discussing is AC Energy. And what happened to AC Energy, guys? I would say it is another day, but let's make this one bigger. And the reason for that being is, let's make this one bigger, guys. What happened is on Thursday, it dropped down away from this range area. It came back, tried to kiss it, and today it tried to go out. But the problem is buyers in this particular area buy back. But the unfortunate issue here, it tried to stop at the door of the range. Now, does this mean that it could just go in or go out, go upside? We don't know. Now, the only thing that we will understand in this particular price action is that two things here. It's either buyers will continue buying in the range to pull out to reach their target of 393 and above, or they would try to liquidate it because they know they can't get in. It will bring the market down back to where? 370 and below. So that is for this market. So we hope again to the upside, guys. All right. So that is for this market. So, and if we take a look at it, basing on the count, this is also the long entry from the reset on above, first entry, second entry, and now we're trying to hold on this 381. There is a chance, guys, that we can continue on Monday as long as buyers will continue to buy at 382 and above. We may have some continuation to 393, guys, for this particular market. And the next stock that we're going to be discussing is Ali. Now, Ali, guys, is looking good, guys. Take a look at that. That's another good day for Ali. At least it's not an odd day. Now, let me try to go back here and explain to you what happened to Ali, right? Now, let's do a flashback for a while for Ali.
Flashback.
Now, this particular flashback, guys, is kind of, let me check here. This particular flashback happened on November 4th review, guys. So let's play it. They could have bought here and take profit here, and then this position, leave this position to a break-even area. Now, let's see tomorrow. They may have a little short pullback, and hopefully they can continue to go into this congested area and hopefully go out from this. It's like this, guys. That's the way I feel. I hope this is the one I want to see. Go out. Try to test the floor. Then continue to go up. Now, that is a much better view, guys.
End of flashback.
Alright, guys, let's go back to the main screen. And the way I see it is that that was on November 4th. But November 5th, guys, we had a straight shoot up to the upside. Now, on today, we had some pullback to a location where there used to be buyers at the low end of this range. Now, I find that there's two chances here. It could be that these particular buyers are buying back again to do some more to push it up. Now, the only thing that I feel for this particular market is that basing on the chart and the entry counts, right? We know this is the second entry to the short, so there's a lot of short traders here. Now, as long as we don't go back to 34.41 around that area, then there's has a chance to go up even higher now, guys. So let's hope that they still have a continuation, although we know that this is already the double entry from this area here. So I'm not so sure if they have enough power to go up here. But the only way to find out is currently right now, if you take a look at the 5 minutes, it's all buyers here. So I feel they still have a chance on Monday morning to go up. for this particular. Now, the next stock that we'll be discussing is BDO, guys. Now, BDO, guys, the way I see it is the 93.50 is one of the most important price. And why did I say the 93.50 was one of the most important price? Because it actually September, it was a high for almost a month, almost 2 months. Really tried hard, and it break out there, and it came back in, touch it again, and push the market down. Now, the only thing is that now the market is trying to go up, touching 93.50. Now let's take a look at how this candle was formed. So you can really feel that when it reached 94.50, you got sellers pumping it down, right? Take a look at that. And again, 93.50, pumping it again down. Now, the only way we can feel that bulls are in control here is that bulls will not let it go below 90. If the bulls can control it by not letting it fall below 90, guys, 100% sure, guys, this will go above to 93.50 and even back maybe to this area here around 96, even to an all-time 98 around that area, because they know that the sellers in this area here wants to push the market back down to the 88s area or even lower, right? So let's see if bulls will stop them from going back down here around 90. That is for this particular market. And let's move on to the next market, guys. And the next market is one of my favorite market currently, is Converge. Now, Converge, guys, we know that I think it was since what day is this? Oops, sorry about that. I think it was, let's change this one to Converge. 2 days ago that we had a second entry to the upside. Now, the only thing that really is kind of hard for me to swallow here in Converge is that it's really having a hard time around 15 pesos, guys. Now, I'm not so sure why. It could be there should be a lot of sellers who wants to go back down to 14.29. Now, although there are buyers trying to go for trying to push it and trying to stay above 14.80 around that area, you can feel that. So the only way to believe that bulls are in control or buyers are in control is if the market on Monday goes up, come back down, and go back up again. That's what I feel that what I'm looking for, guys, to go back to 1680. Other than that, this market is really trying to go up, but it seems to have a ceiling at 15. We need to break that 15. Now for DTO, guys, and the way I see DTO right now is it is really hard for DTO. Now, if you take a look at DTO right now, it broke its October low, guys. Alright. Now, the only good thing about this particular stock is that once it broke its low, it automatically went back up high. So we know that buyers are there. Now, as I explained to you guys, I'm not so sure if you would remember this particular candle here. Actually, it started on October 6th, this particular day. Remember that these are the 2 points wherein it's either we're gonna go touch one of them, or it's either 8 or 521. And today we reached below 521, and who did we find back? Buyers. That is a good sign, guys. And you know what? It went back directly to where the resistance was, around 617. And again, this particular number 617, guys, is always haunting us, guys. Now, you know that for this particular stock around 705, you know that sellers were here trying to push down for 5 days now. Now, of course, they find buyers around this particular area. So as long as we don't go back down here below 491, there is a chance, like a 50-50 chance, that this can go back up to 8, and that will be nice, guys. That's what we need, guys, right? So let's hope and let's pray for this particular stock to have that continuation to the upside. But basing on the chart, guys, this looks pretty good to the upside, but only it's because of this particular 617. It's hard to tell. Now, for the next stock that we're going to be discussing is our power play FGEN. And what did FGEN do today, guys? FGEN did today, it went back again. So for this particular area, let's do a little
Flashback.
So for this one, I would like to share with you my insight on FGEN on yesterday. What we're doing is we are breaking the October highs. That is another feat, guys. Now the only problem that we're having here is that it is not so good looking because it went above, right? But there's not much continuation. It looks like sellers are coming in to push this market down. Now don't be so, we can't be so negative here, because we never know, the market can just suddenly open up again. But it is trying to stay above this area, so let's hope they have enough power to push this market up, guys. That's what I feel for this particular stock, right? Now let's go to the next.
End of flashback.
So if we go back, guys, what happened was the market, if you make this one bigger, guys, let's make this one bigger. So what happened was, micro channel style, it went down, back to where? Near its support around 26, around 28, around there, went back down. And who bought it again? We feel buyers. And where did we get 28 again, guys? Where did we get that number? It's because of this area here. Now we're also giving these sellers another chance to get out, and I feel that a group of them again liquidated some of their position. Why? Because it went back up again. Now the only thing I can feel for Monday is that as long as, right, we do not go back down to around 29-ish, and then we may do a little pullback a bit and then go back up, and as long as we stay above 29.81, then this is a bull market, guys. This can still go back up. Now if we take a look at the bigger picture on the dailies, we know we still have rooms, guys. We still have room even to reach the 50% of this move. So I feel that there's room to move, guys, for this particular market. Alright, so the next market that we're gonna be discussing, guys, is HLCM. Now HLCM, guys, I'm feeling that this particular market, if you take a look at the bigger picture here, guys, you have the second entry tried to push down, the market tried to go back up, and where did it stop? 594, and sellers again tried to push the market down. So basing on the count from this reset count, we already did our second entry to the long side, but we just stuck on 594, and now we're back to where we started around 570, 571. We're really having a hard time, guys. I feel that the market for HLCM, guys, sellers are still in the game. Because you know what? You try to go up, sellers try to push the market down. You try to go up, sellers try to push the market down. We're trying to break this funk out, and we still could not really do it, guys. So the only way I feel is that we need to break one or the other side, guys. This is more like an accumulation. There's a big move coming. I hope that it is for the upside, guys, for this particular stock. But basing on this view, I would say there's more sellers than buyers around this area. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong to the upside. Alright, so the next stock that we're going to be discussing is JFC, guys. And JFC, what did JFC to do today?
I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Alright, now JFC, guys, the way I see it again, let's do a little flashback.
I love it, I want some more of it.
Alright, I really do like this stock right now. And let's take a look at what does our flashback say about this particular stock. Here, guys, and take a look at it. Let's take a look at the big screen again here and minimize this. Basically, it actually reached its target, guys. It reached double its target and reached it to the exact T. And who did we find on top of the 95.84? Sellers. Take a look at that, guys. So sellers here weren't able to get out, now are trying to go back in here, which also coincides with this particular trend line on top of that. Now what is that? Is an amazing, guys. Take a look at this, guys. Now if we make this one bigger, guys, why did I say sellers are starting to get in? It was 195 something. See, so if you do that, it break out and you see sellers coming in with a micro channel trying to get in. Now, does that mean that it's just gonna fall from there? There may be a battle, right? I mean, it's just not gonna fall in right away because sellers, buyers here wouldn't want to have continuation here.
End of flashback.
Let's go back and what happened today. Basically, the sellers tried to get in, and then how do you know that the sellers are still in? Take a look at that, guys. Market tried to go up, all answered. Sellers tried to push the market down. Now, although we are trying to create a micro channel to the upside, which means that automatically sellers try to push in, buyers are still interested, so they're trying to buy up. Now, as long as we can still continue and stay away from this range area here, guys, I don't know, we may still have some continuation to the upside. Remember MBT, guys, non-stop for how many days, guys? And it's not breaking any lows, guys. So I feel that this market, there's still some potential, right? Now the next stock is MBT, and what did MBT do? MBT, really? And when it reached its target, guys, today what happened? Another sold off, right? Another sell-off. Now what happened to the sell-off? Continuation. It went below this range and now it's trying to go back into the range. Now on Monday, guys, it all depends here, right? We know from this particular reset count, this is the first entry to the short side. Now does this mean that there'll be some direct drop down here? I would say this could be still a battle because you know that, okay, the buyers here broke out, tried to retest the highs. They may still have enough because we still have this moving average, right, to support us in this move to the upside, right? So I cannot totally say that sellers are winning the game, not yet, but they are getting in. It's just that we don't know if they would stay inside. And if you do that, guys, bulls are trying to break out. Now, definitely if they don't go above 41.90, then you know that sellers are moving the market down, right? But as of right now, it's hard to say. I would say I would not try to short this market. That's what I would try to say. Now, the next particular stock that we're going to be discussing, guys, is MM. Now, MM today, guys, what happened? Now, we know that MM on the reset count, guys, it is trying to go to another reset high here. And from this area here, reset count, first entry short, second entry short, third entry short, and we are now going to fourth entry short. And so the market is really strong to the upside. And if you take a look at this, we're trying to form a range here. Again, trying to form a range, it does not mean good or bad, but we know that it's a fighting ground between buyers and sellers. Buyers wants to go up, sellers wants to push down, so it's a battleground. In this particular battle, I feel that sellers may have a little edge on the buyers right now, because it has already, this is the 100% area here, so I feel they could have a little edge, and we are away from the moving average. So maybe we could have a little bit of a pullback. Maybe just, if the pullback is there, I may want to just pull back around 361 and see if we can hold this area to retest the highs back. So I feel that this market may be too high to buy. Maybe wait for it to go back down to 361 and take a look at it again. All right, that is for this particular market. And the next market that we're going to be discussing is basically pure gold. And what happened to pure gold, guys? Where did pure gold try to go up? It's trying to retest 42.50. Now, why is that particular price so important to the traders? Where did I get 42.50? You can actually see it here. 42.50 was the previous run to the upside. They even have two legs to the upside, and now they're overshooting it down. So I feel that you know, if the buyers cannot go through 42.50 within next week, guys, this market is going to drop hard down, even lower than 41.27, guys. So, but basing on this reset count, guys, from this reset, we have the first and second entry. As long as we still maintain above 41.27, guys, we still have a chance back up to around 44 or 45. That is for this particular market. And we hope that these buyers are willing to push the market up, because right now we have been on this tight range since October, end of October and beginning of November. We tried to break out, but we're sucked back in to this range here. So that is for this particular market. The next market that we're gonna be discussing is our favorite, SECB. Now, what happened to SECB, guys? Remember the discussion of ours last week? Basically, it's just like DITO, guys, but DITO is a little different, okay? Because you know that these two areas here is so important to the traders, right? For DITO side, it went down and we found buyers to go up, right? Now, the only issue that I have here, guys, is that remember this area around 100? Sellers tried to get out, and they did get out yesterday. Now they're trying to get back in, so which means to say to you guys that there are still sellers waiting here. They can't get out, so the market cannot get out because there's still sellers who want to get break even. Now, the only reason why I would hope that if the market leaves 90 around this area, 96.61, and never comes back for a while, that means that we have left the sellers out and the sellers became buyers. Now, if Monday we still touch this area and even go back down, then you know that sellers are still in here, right? The only way to know that sellers are not here is that the market is all up, because sellers became buyers, buyers became buyers. I don't know if you get that analogy there. Everybody's buying, and that will pull the market up. All right. So let's hope that this particular market have left the buyers out. Oh no, have left the sellers out on 99.61. All right, but this particular candle here, you know, this is from this reset count, this is the first entry to the downside, and we have another new reset for the long side. So does this mean that it's going to go down straight? Not necessarily, as long as they don't go back below 99.61, we still have an upside. So the next market that we're going to be discussing, guys, is tech. The last stock but not the least. And today, guys, it went near to my target of 6 pesos. And I was not able to reach my target. I put my target at 6 pesos and the market just went to 8 cents and dropped back down. Alright. Woo! Another hard day here, guys. But we understand for this particular market, we know this is a second entry and the market has not yet broke its low since the beginning of November. So let's hope they maintain that on Monday. They can continue to go up, and hoping this time they can overrun the sellers. Alright, so that's my hope here. But other than that, we know that the sellers are trying to control the market. I was excited here, but today they came back to this particular area where we left off yesterday. Now there's 2 signs there. We could have some sellers here who wants to get out, or sellers will start to push the market down. Now I hope on Monday we'll stay above 571. And that is for this particular review, guys. I hope that you feel that, of course, my charts here will be helpful to you guys, which is downloadable, and you can see both areas there. Thank you very much, and see you guys next week, and enjoy your weekend, guys. Take care and God bless.